Apparently, we need to plan for Illinois football to add a late in-state sleeper in every football recruiting class. Just a year adding Matthew Bailey, an under-recruited defensive back, of course, out of Moline, and he has 3 interceptions as a true freshman. Illinois makes another in-state sleeper addition late in the class of 2023, adding Spring Valley Hall defensive back Mac Resetich. He announced his commitment to Illinois on Wednesday morning, the first day of the early signing period, and Illinois later announced that Resetich had signed a national letter of intent. Resetich was under the radar because he was a top baseball recruit, one of the top 500 baseball prospects nationally, according to perfectgame.com. He had committed to Blackhawk Community College as a baseball player and planned on pursuing that for the last several years, but he had a really breakout senior season, was a Class 4A All-State selection in football as a senior, 3-time All-Three Rivers Conference selection. He set single-season school records for rushing yards with more than 2,200 yards, as well as 30 touchdowns rushing, and was the program's career record holder in both of those stats. Also a dangerous kick returner and punt returner. But what I'm told is that Resetich is a freaky athlete. He ran a 6.33 60-yard dash. That was one of the top times in the state for a baseball recruit. Big, strong frame at 6'1", 210 pounds. So he's got a Big Ten ready body. So he is an under the radar addition, but I think this speaks a lot to Illinois' effort in state and their commitment to recruiting the state. Their outreach has been fantastic. That allowed them to uncover someone like Resetich, who maybe was going under the radar. Pat Ryan, the director of high school relations, who's a Hall of Fame high school coach from Metamora. He joins the Illini staff and really stuck with the Matthew Bailey recruitment. And he did the same thing with Resetich here. And the Illinois staff really was researching him, following up on him, evaluating him throughout the entire process. And by the end of this, they really liked what Resetich could bring. I think he's going to be a safety prospect from the sounds of it, and he's got that Big Ten size, certainly has the athleticism to develop into a prospect there, but I think he can make an immediate impact on special teams. Just the kind of program player that you think Illinois wants to uncover. It's the kind of player, to be honest, that Iowa has uncovered in this state several times, and they've done a really good job of doing that. Now Illinois recruiting some similar players and uncovering maybe some potential gems as well. And some of these late finds have been some of the best additions for Illinois. You can go back to Bailey. You can go back to Devin Witherspoon just a couple years ago. But Illinois has now 9 in-state signees in the class of 2023, and Brett Bielema has now added 20 in-state prospects during the last 2 recruiting classes. So Resetich, the latest addition to that, he's a fascinating late addition. We'll see how he develops, but he comes with a lot of good praise from his high school coach and a lot of high school coaches in that area. So a late gem, potentially. We'll find out and see how he develops as his career goes along.